So Fairfield now have brought it up to almost halfway, a couple of metres short, and Mark McPherson with the tap. Coming onto it strongly, Patrick Gleeson, big and tough. McPherson again through Watson, picking up his other prop, Finale. And then midway between the quarter and halfway in Cambridge Park's territory, goes through Jason Robertson. And up there in the line, Craig Love and Bukowski. Back again through Watson, Jason Robertson for his brother. Oh, beautifully put through. This is Surly and go for the line. Oh, yes. Fairfield started with a bang and they looked ominously dangerous as soon as they got it. Beautifully put through, and the score 4-0 in favour of Fairfield in the opening minutes of play.
I thought from the time this play the ball took place that Cambridge Park were a little bit slow to move up back on this blind side. We can see that Fairfield had plenty of room to work in, but it was a great ball from the number 9 Bukowski. He fired it back onto Surly. He didn't have a lot of room to work in, but he made the most of it. Was able to go through the fullback's tackle to come up with a great 4-pointer.
Well, they've tore into the opposition from the start, and here it is coming through Watson and then Jason Robertson and then to Bukowski, and this is the young centre Surly, strong, can break tackles, and boy, hard to shut down after that run. So the scoreline at Leichhardt in our Commonwealth Bank Cup, Patrician Brothers Fairfield leading Cambridge Park High 4 points to 0. Now coming onto it smartly is Hartis, Scott Hartis, the son of the co-coach Nick Hartis, and Fairfield certainly applying the pressure through Gleeson. And McPherson puts a nice one through. Oh, good one here from White. White looking for support. Can he offload? Gets it to McPherson, and he's brought down about 2 metres out from the goal line. Good stuff there, Billy.
That was good play again by Patrician Brothers. They played the hole in behind the play the ball area. They found a gap there. The break was made by Kyle White. He came to the fullback McKay. McKay did enough to slow him down, and then the cover defence was able to tidy him up, and he couldn't get an effective pass away. It went forward, and the referee put down the scrum.
Watson to Jason White. Oh, gee, that's easy. That was, they were hot to put on another try very smartly, and that was Robertson. But the spade work from Mark Watson, and Jason Robertson had very little to do but the finishing.
Well, it was a good play here between the half and the 5-8. Watson drew the defence, fired it onto Robertson. He showed some fancy footwork and was able to score adjacent to the post.
Well, they're making quick use of the ball, Bill. Braving, searching, running, all pumped up, and they're pretty rock solid in defence as well. There he is again, Jason Robertson, the young 5'8" for Patrician Brothers Fairfield. So scoreline 10-0 in favour of Fairfield, and Watson making a nice break and getting it over beautifully to White. What back up? Here's the lock forward going again. Can he score? Yes! Oh, freeze that moment for him. Almost a one-man act, but he got a lovely ball on a narrow side from Watson, but nothing more than an excellent try from the lock forward.
Well, you can see here the importance of scrummaging. For the second time in this game, it was a scrum won against the head by Patrician Brothers. They scored a try from the last one, and they did it again from this one. The halfback, Watson, ran a little bit wide from the scrum. He picked up his lock forward. He skirted the sideline, carried defence with him, but he still came up with the goods.
Well, they're certainly applying the pace. They're staying with it and doing the bulk of making the inroads. And there was that lovely pass from Watson. And look at White. Kyle White there, locked forward. He's almost a one-man war machine in the opening minutes of play. He's been instrumental in a couple of the tries. This one is... Oh, what a crack! Beautiful conversion from McPherson. So the score bounces along now. Our scoreline 16-0 in favour of Fairfield over Cambridge Park High. And going for scoot is McPherson, clever organiser around the rucks. Came to Patrician Brothers Fairfield from Bomaderry, the young hooker. And so they've gained territory midway between the quarter and halfway in Cambridge Park's territory. Now Jamie Robertson, Paul Robertson. Here's Sully cracking on the pace. Over the quarter, looks back on the inside, gets it to Salerno. Here's Robertson, whips it over. That's a lovely try to love. Beautiful. That was pace and control and thrills and a beautiful finish. Embodied everything, and the fans loved it. Listen to the applause. No try?
Well, it's not a try, this one. They did everything right, but the final pass was forward, and referee Dennis Spagarino was right on the spot to pick it up.
Well, I was just having a look up there at the scoreboard to see it go up to 20-0. So anyhow...
They're just not making first-up tackles, Cambridge Park, and you've got to do that at this level of competition.
Here comes Watson, offloading it nicely. And Gleeson makes the quarter. before he's brought down by Burns there. Through Watson, Jason Robertson, Paul Robertson, Sully. Big lump of a centre, gets around two. Bad pass again. Ashpole says, hey, blimey, this is not my night.
He's earning his money.
Is he ever? Hasn't copped one good one all night. There's Watson with a little prod through. He'd go through. I'll wait for Spagarina this time. And that's fine. Well, that's a special moment for the young fella. He filed it all, showed all the skill that he really needed. There's the prod forward from the young halfback, chased after it and plants it.
Mark Watson's having a fine game. He was instrumental in the last two tries when he set them up with a fine pass, but this time he did it all himself. He kicked the ball ahead and dropped on it for the 4 points.
And just a little left of the upright. So that's the scoreline. Patrician Brothers Fairfield leading Cambridge Park High 20-0. Kyle White, tough, very hard competitor. And in the early moments of tonight's match, in fact, right throughout the first half, with a lovely ball given out to Kyle Ashpole that brought down well 10 metres inside Cambridge Park's territory. Bukowski through Watson, Jason Robertson, Paul Robertson, lovely, on to Sully. Sully has two up here. Love on the inside. He's got support. Finale. But a lovely, attractive attacking movement with tremendous backup on each side of the ball carrier, Bill.
That was another great break, and that one was initiated by Paul Robinson. Last year we saw him score many tries in this competition. Tonight he's acted more as a pivot in the back line.
Yeah. Putting on the pace a little. Now Robertson. He's been well marked tonight, but at the same time he's just acted in the role of feeding his support.
A la Mick Cronin.
Very much so, Bill. White. Now McPherson through Watson. Jason Robertson. Brother Paul. Sully. There's a free pass. This is to Ashpole. Can he make it? Over, yes. What a touch of speed went into that try. Lovely passing and rolled off through some marvellous running and ending up with some marvellous scoring.
Good quick hands here across the back line. Ashpole had been waiting all evening to get a pass with just a little bit of room to move, and he finally got it. He found himself unmarked, transferred the ball into the correct hand so that he could palm off if it was necessary, headed back in field, used his shoulder to barge his way over for the try.
Straight away to McPherson.
If you just have a look on the left-hand side of your screen, you can see the defence for Cambridge Park hardly going up at all. They're just leaving so much room for the outside backs for Patrician Brothers Fairfield to work in.
And Patrick Gleeson having a picnic, a big 10-metre run from the big prop now. Bukowski.
And
straight away to Watson.
They'll take advantage of this here in a moment.
Here goes White. Lovely backup, Jason Robertson. It'll go in for a try. You can't beat that. Another special moment from Fairfield, but they ran it home for the side. Excitement continues. What a match, what a try, and the crowd loving it.
Well, we'd pinpointed that the defence wasn't moving up. Watson fired the ball to the right-hand side in attack, but it very quickly came back to the centre of the field where the Cambridge Park defence hadn't moved up. There was some good passing, but some very ineffective tackling. The ball finally went on to Jason Robertson. Robertson's got good feet. It was his second try of the match. He stepped off the left foot and then crashed his way over.
And finale now is about 15 metres out, about 35 metres out from Cambridge goal line. Watson, close ball to Scott Bolger. And Bolger now 32 metres out from the goal line. But it's Fairfield or Fairfield through Watson. Now coming to Robertson, a lovely pass. Sully back inside. Robertson it is. And that's beautiful work. Not prettier than that tonight. A cracker try and a great 4 penneth worth for Fairfield, who now lead 34-0.
Once again, it was this sweeping backline play by Patrician Brothers that was able to score them the try. It went very quickly along their backline. Robinson made the initial break onto Sully, and I think it was the lock forward Kyle White who was backing up like a good lock forward should on the inside to take the final pass and then go over.
You know, it's strange, Bill, as we watch Fairfield here tonight. Fairfield's won the Cup every 3 years. 75, I think my memory serves me correct, 78. This is Sarkissian again. 81, 84. So if that be so, and the statistics run the same way, 87 should be again the year that they take the Commonwealth Bank Cup. But the way that they're playing tonight, Mark Watson, oh yes, and if ever a fella deserved a try, Watson. He's run well in attack. He's set up plays. Whenever he touches the ball, there's a chance of something happening. And it did again that time when he went over to score that try. 30 or 40-0.
Mark Watson initiated all with a pass to the outside. You can see here he's just looped around and waiting for the return pass. The ball went on the outside and it finally came back to him. If good footballs will support, the tries will come. He then faked a pass on the inside. That was enough to stand the defence up and he went on with the job.
In the match, so Fairfield they're really through as favourites in one of the most disciplined and polished performances I think we've seen this year, Bill.
It's been more than that. It's been a performance where they've been almost faultless. As a matter of fact, they've only given away one penalty, and that was a differential.
So 40-0 is our scoreline here. Patrician Brothers Fairfield over Cambridge Park High.